What's happening? What's happening? Hey, it's your boy Lil Jon. The Pick Your Me Click. What's up, Bodie? What's happening? What's up, Sean Paul? What's happening? Hey, now ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time now. Turn this thing on out. Now let me see everybody do this. Hey, let's go. Snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all right. Hey, snap your fingers, but do you still? You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Let me see you do it.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. You talk about this Bengals defense. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. 2 yards is the pickup. And that'll be good for a KC first down. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Throwing now is Mahomes. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game that will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Mahomes going to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. From the 20, here's 2nd and 3. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here's Burrow. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. The Bengals at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a handoff running to the middle. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put...
And he'll take this into the end zone from Bengal TD. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. It's a gain of 25 yards.
To throw, it's Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
2nd down and 6 now. Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now it's 3rd and 3.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 3. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the 1st down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Here's Pacheco once again. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. Butker's kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. From the 29, here's the 2nd down and 4.
Here we go.
And they go play action now. Burrow looking deep here for Chase. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Burrow. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. That
That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The tight end in motion right. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
They've looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another first down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And they'll set up the screen to Pacheco. Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. 2nd and 7. In motion, the tight end. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Chiefs are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the...
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Xavier Worthy, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Butker now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down. A gain of 7. And a first down, Chiefs.
In motion goes the tight end. Mahomes now to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Now Patrick going to change the play.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They're going to look to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So on 4th down, Mahomes off. Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
139 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A yard all they need, but it's third down.
Let's go. Go.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Chase Brown, 65 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And that one puts them on top here in the third.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
A nice little juke. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Now back to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy.
Shoves him aside. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Down to about the 22 here.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Pacheco trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Pacheco once more. And this time he will score. Touchdown, KC. Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to stop their opponents. So they got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
On the option left, it's Burrow. On 1st and 10, here's Brown.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
Finding room at midfield.
And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Hey, can.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 149 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 180. 180. 12.
An inside give, Brown. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Can. Stop.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Kevin McPherson on for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will bring the deficit back down to 3.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Fourth quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago. And it's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Down inside the 10.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Xavier Worthy.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs will add to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
37-yard line.
Here we go.
Play action. It's Burrow.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Now it's Burrow.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get your reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Here comes second down at 5. Here's Burrow. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Burrow. It fights him off. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
12 yards between them and the end zone. Second and 10. To throw, Burrow. Throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Noah Fant, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Mahomes going to throw it here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
The coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And he will have a Chiefs first down. And that's the one that should seal the victory. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be
typical. Body of a dominance, that's so typical. Tail like a god, that's so typical. Still modest, so typical. Don't wanna talk about it, so cynical. So cut it out like a umbilical. Don't wanna risk the ouch of the ridicule. It's so typical. It's so typical, visual, I feel like the one. Yeah, I wake up every morning and thank God for my lungs. Cause I'm breathing so good, I know I don't have to run. When you're looking this good, no one can tell you to jump, to swim. Yeah, I'm trying to ride the wave, I'm trying to get me paid, I'm trying to move and shake, I'm trying to walk away. I swear my wrists are great, I'm getting used to change.